I'm gonna love you like nobody's loved you, come rain or...
My name's Angie Wells, and I'm a jazz vocalist who lives here in LA. I'm so excited that I get the opportunity to do what I love, to sing jazz. It is my favorite kind of music. It is an American original. It's our music. And I'm so happy that I'm able to live a dream. There are a lot of people who have things that they like to do and they never get a chance to actually do them. It is something that we can't afford to let go. It is, to me, a national treasure. Jazz represents for me a lifestyle, a way of thinking, a way of expressing art. One of the things that drew me to jazz is there's a wonderful freedom in jazz that with jazz, a lot of times we're singing songs that have already been written and you have to bring your own flavor to them. And the idea that jazz musicians can get together having never met each other before, and someone can call out a tune and say this is the key and set the tempo, and suddenly you are swinging. You're moving with the flow. You're making music like people who've been together forever. And that's because there's that whole spirit of jazz, is that freedom and getting together and improvising and making it happen. And I love that because so often in life, we don't get to improvise. We have systems, we have ways that things are organized, and we have to do it this way. And there are lots of rules. And there's nothing wrong with rules, but jazz breaks rules. And I like that. So there's a really cool jazz scene here in LA, and a lot of people don't realize that it exists. But LA is home to a lot of incredible jazz musicians who have been playing for a long time and basically have made this town their home. I basically feel like there is an unknown supply of incredible jazz musicians here in LA. Jazz is not the most popular music at this time. So what happens is people don't think it's here, but it's here and it's strong, and we're playing and we're going to keep playing. Because those of us who are doing this, we're doing it because of our true love for this music. When I was 5 years old, the school that I went to in Philadelphia was a stopping place for many musicians and local, and famous black people who would come into town. I can just remember this pleasant, round face with a beautiful smile and bright eyes, and these kind of like lamb choppy sideburns and a little mustache. And this man sat down and he started to play, and I could not sit still. And that man was Count Basie. So there you have it. So that was my first true inspiration for loving that music. I've had some really incredible moments for the duration of my career, considering that it hasn't been a long career in singing. I've performed at some of the nicest venues in LA. I've performed often at the Vibrato Herb Alpers Club, which is an absolutely beautiful venue. I have had the chance to be on the stage at Catalina with some friends doing a tribute for another artist. And also, I have had the great honor of performing at LACMA as part of their Summer Jazz Series, which to me is an incredible career highlight. And that's been locally. Now, in addition to that, I've also had the wonderful opportunity to tour in France with my friend Raphael Lemonnier. When I am preparing for a show, it's all encompassing for me. I kind of have to say that one of my favorite parts of getting ready for a show is deciding what I'm going to wear. Because I really do feel it's important to give people a visual as well as what they're hearing. I think it should be a total experience if possible. And so I like to do the glam thing. It's part of what I enjoy. So it's basically figure out the venue, prep the song or set list, figure out what I'm going to wear, and then just get ready for the ride. And as much as I sing, no matter how much I sing and perform, I'm always still nervous right before I go on stage. We're about to release a new project, a new CD, and it's called Love and Mischief. And it is a project that I did with a pianist, a French pianist that I partnered with, and his name is Raphael Lemonnier. Raphael has invited me to come over to France and to tour, and so we toured together and had a great time playing together, and decided that we wanted to record together. So we have two originals, one that I wrote pretty much by myself, but Raphael was the one who got it on paper. And then another song which Raphael and I and another musician, Mathis Haug, wrote together. Raphael had written this beautiful melody, and then it was all mixed by Nolan Shahid, who mixes and records at his studio. A lot of local jazz musicians go to Nolan's studio because it's Nolan knows really what to do for us, and it's a nice homey environment. You feel comfortable. There's a song that I wrote for the CD called She Ain't the Kind of Girl, and that was inspired by the opening scene to Breakfast at Tiffany's. So yeah, the anything can sort of inspire. So the CD is called Love and Mischief, and it's called Love and Mischief because it contains songs about love and songs about mischief. Now, some of the songs are, swinging, up-tempo, some are groovy, some are mid-tempo, and some are just really slow ballads, in the vein of Shirley Horn slow. It feels a little bit like a dream. It doesn't feel real sometimes at the end of a show when people are waiting in line to talk to you and to tell you how much they enjoyed the show. And I love when people come up and talk to me, and it makes me feel really happy to bring them joy when they're excited and they tell me how a certain song made them feel, or that something made them cry, or the hair raised on the back of their neck, or they got goosebumps. That makes me feel really incredible, and it makes me feel really blessed, and it makes me feel really gifted to be able to give joy to people like that, or to create some feeling in them, whether it be a melancholy that they're enjoying or a true sense of joy. That's amazing.